Welcome, this is Tenzin, and this is now talk 9 in this series of talks on what meditation is and how we can develop it. We're going to move on in this talk and in the one or two that follow to the subject of balance within our meditation, achieving the level or the correct balance that we need for constructive and good meditation practice. And let's begin by thinking about what that balance would look like if we achieved it. And to do so, let's think about, as we talked about in the previous talks, meditation is not a matter of spacing out. It's not a matter of resting, of relaxing or something. It's an energetic state of mind. And because of that, when we're looking at what we're actually doing with our mind in meditation, we're combining two aspects of our mind which are normally not combined together. And those two aspects are the aspects of clarity and stability. So if we think about a normal mind, if we think about our everyday mind, what you'll find is that those two aspects are normally never there together in our mind. When our mind is very clear, in other words, when our mind is very energetic and full of energy, enthusiasm, not quite enthusiasm, but energy within our mind, that might be a time when we're very angry, when we're very emotional, when we're very caught up in some sort of issue or problem, and the mind has a lot of energy there within it, a lot of clarity in it. But although there is clarity in the mind at those times, there is a severe lack of stability. What you'll find in the times when you're very emotional or very angry or very excited about things, that yes, there is a lot of energy and clarity there in the mind, but there's no stability. The mind is very agitated. And if you actually look at the mind, especially if you meditate, you'll see that the mind is quite uncomfortable in those moments. Other times in our life, there is a lot of stability in our mind. So for example, we've been working hard during the day, we come back and we space out on the sofa or whatever and watch TV, that there's stability there in our mind, but there's no clarity, there's no energy there in our mind. So in a normal mind, those two parts or those two ways in which the mind can engage are not found together. But in meditation, what we're trying to do is bring those things together. So in other words, there is stability, and that stability is something that we're developing within our calm abiding practice to stay a little bit longer with our object, to be able to have that pliancy we need in the mind to stay with what we want our mind to stay with. And that brings the stability in the mind. That brings peace, it brings calm, it brings the ability to rest with an object and with gentle effort to rest with that object. But we also need very much that factor of clarity. We need the energy there in the mind. Meditation is not just resting or relaxing, it's energetic. It's an energetic state of mind. And you'll find that when you are able to remain with an object for a certain amount of time, certainly I do, although I can't stay very long, but when I can stay with an object, there is huge energy there. It's exhilarating to be there in the moment on an object. And that's what we want in our meditation practice. We want our practice to be exhilarating, we want it to be energetic. So doing that requires bringing these two factors together in our mind, the factor of stability, but with that stability is a sense of energy, enthusiasm, in our meditation practice. And both of those aspects are very important, and we want to try and combine those into one mind when we're doing our meditation practice. So doing that, achieving that balance or that combination of both clarity and stability is dependent on many factors, but one of the major factors which determines that and brings that about is finding balance. And what that balance involves and how we start to cultivate that balance, we'll begin to talk about in the next talk. Thank you.